One of the things I find interesting about the King James Bible is when it comes out in 1611, it's not much of a big deal. The Geneva Bible, which has been around for longer and is the most popular English translation, remains the most popular English translation, and slowly the King James Bible eclipses it in popularity, but it's only because they're not really printing the Geneva anymore, and so the King James Bible takes over.
In the late 17th century, it just became the English Bible. And then as the United States developed, it became the American Bible for centuries. What everybody was reading, what everybody had in their homes. That's probably what's most unique about it, which is not really something intrinsic to the Bible, but just the fact that it was so universally popular.
What we're hoping to present in our exhibition is the opportunity for people to really understand what this book was.
At the beginning, it's the story of the making of the King James Bible, which begins with the early history of the English Bible before the King James Version.
It has this picture of the king handing a Bible to the clergy, but it's not unauthorized. It's sort of hinting at this sort of wishful thinking.
The second component of the exhibition is the afterlife of the King James Bible, and this is where it gets complicated for us at the Folger because its afterlife is so vast and huge. You can't tell its story in an exhibition.
It's a huge story. I mean, there's no book probably that's had nearly as much influence on English-speaking culture as the King James Bible. Then we have this one would be open partly, and we'd have maybe an open quarto here. So it's a question of picking and choosing pockets and bits and pieces of that story.
I know you like this title page set up here in the frontispiece.
That's a really beautiful opening. I really like that.
Each case has a sort of topic or a point to make, and it's sort of our challenge to find artifacts that are going to help illuminate that point.
This is kind of a nice looking case so far. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah. Choosing the artifacts for the cases involves a lot of different decisions. Some of them very basic, like what fits in a case. We're talking about space for one more here.
And it's always sad to see some things go, but we really have to sort of rank things by one, sort of how strong are they in terms of helping illuminate the point, and two, sort of how will the public interact with it.
So Karen, how do we look with room here? Is it too little or too busy?
I think this is about right, because this one is going to be open and it's going to be forward exactly at the base of the case. So I think that this is looking good as it is. I wouldn't include any more.
So this is our case. This is the layout.
I think this is it. This looks good. I think it works.
Great.
So on to case 9. I don't think that the translators who worked on the King James Bible would have ever imagined sort of the global reach that their language would have. I think that's its biggest legacy is how far it's traveled and the personal connection it's made with people. A lot of people know this Bible. It's influenced their lives maybe in some way. They hear its language, but what do they really know about it? And what we're trying to do with this exhibition is to situate it in sort of a larger history.
A very broad and very rich story, not just how the King James Bible developed in England, but the rich cultural and literary impact it's had in the United States. It's a fascinating and kind of wide-reaching story.